40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara.
Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started.
And we are underway on Sunday Night Primetime. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
First play, and Purdy wants to throw it.
And his first pass is incomplete. Watkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
You look at this Bears defense.
Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Looking to throw is Williams. Open man is Raymond. He's got it.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
What is that? To the left side, he's got his tight end Loveland.
Touchdown!
Colston Loveland,
his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Bears use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Now Cade York for the extra point.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Yeah, they know what's up. Cause I never gave up. All I know is going get this damn bread. Don't go against the grain and taking off your damn heads. I'm running up this door, I almost broke my damn leg. Got her broke, they damn weird. Them little mama better, but they diamonds on me fight, Nick and Reese, Iketina, Orange Richard Mill on me dancing just like Bill.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
You look at this Bears defense.
They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him.
Fox.
Out of the gun, Purdy. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
Touchdown, 49ers!
Brandon Ayuk,
65 yards.
and the 49ers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Prater for the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
22 yards there, a first down.
That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
To the air, Williams.
And incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Second and 10. To throw, it's Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
That's caught left side, Burden.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Luther Burden, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bears have taken the lead.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Now Purdy. Pass caught by Pearson.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And that is incomplete.
The Niners at 9-6 now. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the 1st.
Purdy looking to throw.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
McCaffrey diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign.
Extra point good by Prater. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50, inside the 45.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Here's Williams. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slam, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers.
Jordan Watkins,
63 yards.
And the 49ers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Prater for the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so.
And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Get set, get set.
Here's Purdy.
That's going to be caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Brandon Ayuk
With his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game.
And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call the playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
To throw, Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland.
And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Here comes the Bears punter now. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing here, Purdy.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing is Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
Now he'll throw deep left side. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Purdy now to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as he'll get this across the 50 to the 49.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Purdy will look to throw again here.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
Purdy.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
And the Bears first down.
From the gun, here's Williams.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Pass caught right side by Loveland.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 46.
Play action. Now Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his fifth catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. He's got this complete to Burton.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Williams. And it is caught at the 10-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
To the left side, into the hands of Adunze.
Only a yard of the completion. It's second and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Colston Loveland in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Inside the 10.
And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick 6.
And the thing about it is once you get an interception as a unit, you think to yourself, okay, we got that. How do we increase it the next time? Get the interception, do a little more damage, and there's your outcome right there. Take it to the house and break down what they're trying to do offensively.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
A throw off his back foot there. That's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't like a target that size. I mean, that's a big, tall receiver, and somehow he missed him anyway.
Yeah, tempting to just put it out there for him to go get it, but dangerous throw and not on target.
Yeah, sometimes even a receiver with that type of catch radius can't haul them in if they're not accurate.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up fourth down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
And this one caught downfield by Evans.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 9-yard line.
Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers have moved out in front. Prater for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Bears 28. And Prater set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They got to get going. As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Now this time he'll look to throw. incomplete.
This defense has passed its first two tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Looking to throw is Williams. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
17 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
10 yards on the pickup.
In motion goes the tight end.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And he'll take it down shy of 45 to 46.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
They'll go play action here with Williams. Open man is Raymond. He's got it.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Second down and a yard. They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
To the left side, he's got his tight end Loveland.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Back to the running game with Swift.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Pass to the right side, caught by Burden.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
They'll go. Here's Williams.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, Ball secure. Don't turn it over.
Second down and 4. Back to throw, Purdy. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Watch out!
Now Purdy. Now he'll tuck this and run. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the 49ers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Oh, good return up past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they try to... And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Yeah, to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a...
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. This is caught by Evans. Touchdown, 49ers. Mike Evans, 45 yards. And the Niners are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead.
Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll run Monongai.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
On a jet sweep, here's Burden. And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up.
What is that?
Off the play fake, it's Williams.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. 3rd and